What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be wrapping up our ways to beat a pusher. So in this video, we're going to factor in everything we did in videos 1 and 2, and we're just going to go right into the drill practice and give you guys some things to take home and do on the court that'll really help get you ready for match play against these types of play styles. So let's get right into the first one. All right, so our first drill is the zone drill. All we're doing in this one is using 4 designated areas, which I've used with the yellow lines here. Closest one is zone 1, working its way back to zone 4, which is between the yellow lines right here and the baseline right here. All you're doing is just calling out what zone you think the ball is going to land in before it hits the ground. And your job is, over time, to just start recognizing in your head which balls are a good time to add more time pressure to your opponent, and which balls are you just going to have to stay in the rally. So I have Tom here, and we're going to get into that one, and then we'll build on those with the next 4 drills. All right, so Tom's hitting whatever he wants. 3. My job is just 2. The earlier I can call it, the better. Nothing fancy right now. 3. Nothing fancy. I don't even have to. 1. Don't even have to do anything with the ball. Right now, my job is just to make sure I know where it's going to land. 4. 3. This is step 1 to being able to play against a pusher. 3. The earlier you can call it. 2. The better you are at being able to recognize when you're going to have those opportunities. So this is step 1. This is tough enough for some people. Get out and do that one first. Okay, so for drill number 2, we added in a line that's in the back. This will add 2 new zones. This will be 5 and 6. Now I'm not calling where the ball is going to land. I'm actually calling the position that I'm going to be in. So based on his ball and me knowing where it's going to land and the type of spin that he's using, I should be saying where I'm going to be receiving the ball. And this one's more subjective than the first one. The first one's very concrete. We know exactly where it landed. But with the second one, you can choose how to handle these balls and how to receive them. So again, just call out where you're going to be based on your own early decisions, and then just get used to making those decisions as early as possible. All right, so I'm currently standing in 5, and this is where the rally would start. 5. I'm just calling where I am. 5. Here you go. 5. 4. 6. 5. And my goal, if I was playing against a pusher, is to look for chances 4. Perfect. To step into this zone and take control of the point. If I'm just going to play against a pusher and let them dictate, I'm going to be saying 5 and 6 a lot. Unless I'm playing a junk baller who's drop shotting and then lobbing. But most times a pusher's goal is to have you pinned in that 5-6 range. And in order to really be proactive, you got to look for your chances to step in 4. 5. 5. Woo. There you go. So, super simple. That's step 2. All right, this next one I call zone lock. I mean, you can use whatever name you want, but basically in this one, Tom's going to be hitting the ball however he wants again, but my job is to play only using one of those zones. So for me, I'm going to say, I'm going to play the whole point in 4. What that does is that helps you work on timing abnormal reception positions. So you're not just taking a ball on the rise from behind and then moving forward. You've been in there the whole time. So you're going to have balls at your feet, you have balls to sit up, balls that you might have to take out of the air, but you just get comfortable taking balls from these unorthodox positions. That way, when you find that green light shot to move in, you don't get caught off guard with a weird bounce or a weird flight path. You're already ready and fine-tuned to handle that shot. So let's get right into that one now. So you can do this in any zone, but I'm just going to play zone 4 for now. Good. So I have to really be proactive with the feet. Take that out of the air. Take that off the ground. Really proactive with the feet in order to be able to hold my ground inside the blue line. There we go. Good. Yep. And I'm clearly taking these balls in an uncomfortable position for some. Other ones, they sit. You don't have to run forward and take them as volleys. I just did that to end the drill, but you saw how I had to hold this zone the whole time. Okay, so just for reference, now I'm gonna do that same drill standing in zone 3, so you guys can see the whole concept of just being comfortable receiving the ball in different areas and being really confident in my ability to handle the ball no matter what he throws in. There you go. So again, I might be taking a lot of balls out of the air in this position. That one's right at my feet. Good. I start pushing a little. Yeah. It's supposed to be about a pusher, but that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but there we go. Let's see. That one lands at my feet. That's out of the air. Down at my feet again. Okay. That's solid. So again, a little more uncomfortable here, clearly, because I have balls that are at my feet, balls that I really have to make quick decisions on. But altogether, same way I practice here, just dealing with what could happen. You practice up there, dealing with what could happen. Okay, so for this one, Tom is going to be only blocking the ball, basically doing those neutralizing strokes. My job is going to be to really focus on going heavy with the ground strokes. Since most of his ball is going to be spinning backwards, and I don't have a lot of pace to feed off of, my job is to really accelerate the racket up. Make sure that I'm not hitting through the ball, because if I'm trying to hit through a lot of these shots, and with me not having pace to feed off of, it can put me in a bad position because my ball will start landing short. So I want to make sure that my bounce does the work instead of letting my pace do the work. So again, heavy balls, like we talked about a couple videos ago, the bounce hits and then they accelerate after the landing, so he'll end up getting pushed back more than when I go to just try and rip a ball as hard as I can. So let's get into that one now. So Tom's blocking, and my job is to get in position, just focus on accelerating up. Every ball that I hit should keep him pushed back there. He's not giving me any pace to work with, which most pushers won't do. You just gotta organize the feet and accelerate up. Let the bounce keep them back. Again, let the bounce do the work. And if you notice, he's all the way back at the back fence most of the time. And that's all from the acceleration of the bounce. Oh yeah, love it. That's all from the acceleration after the bounce, because if I try to do that, it actually makes it easier for him because he can feed off of my pace and his ball actually gets deeper. But with this version, his block actually becomes somewhat softer and gives me time to work. And I would have my chance. There we go. If we put it all together, everything we just did in the video before, that's perfect. He neutralized, I looked for my chance, step in, and then I could just clean up with an easy volley. This last one is one of my favorites. You might have seen other people do it. You might have heard it called a bunch of different things. I just call it in and out. With no rules, no real reason, you're just playing from the green and you're playing from the blue. Playing from the green, playing from the blue. The reason that you want to do that is you want to get comfortable, again, taking balls at unnatural positions as often as possible, especially when you play pushers. But another thing is getting used to organizing your feet quickly. And when you make snap decisions, sometimes your feet have to kind of go on autopilot. It's no different than when you hit a serve and volley. You planned on running forward regardless of what serve you hit, regardless of what return you hit. And then, as a result, you might have to take something in a weird spot. This is the exact same concept. You might have to handle a shot that you might not usually step in on and be inside the blue. But it works for getting you ready to do it when there is a conscious decision. So let's get right into this last one. Yep, so I hit my first ball here. Ooh. And then my next ball in. Good. And then in the back. And then I move up to the blue. Organize the feet. Back into the green. And back into the blue. Organize the feet again. Set. in the blue. Oh, it came off the line. Nice shot. Yep. Send them to green. Step up into the blue. Organize the feet. In the green. Step up into the blue. Right off the ground. Green. Up for the blue. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap this up. I hope these drills were super helpful. Get out there and practice them, and that will help you really build in the skills that you need to take on most of these pushers. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.